Okay, my name is, I hate when people call me this name actually, but I had to introduce myself with this name, unfortunately for me. But most of you guys know me as Bunny, but I also go by Esther and Shivute, and I am a human resource practitioner in the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture. I know, not a very glamorous career, but yeah, you know, it pays the bills, and here we are, you know. I think I realized that I loved, actually it's not, I wouldn't say it's a passion, but I realized my love for cooking growing up way back home, like growing up at home in Grisbak, in the Tura. Stiambra Street, stand up! You know what I'm saying? No, but you know when you grow up in a black Oshamba household where you guys are always more than 12 in the house at a time. But at that time, my godmother couldn't obviously afford to buy a variety of food at the same time, because now how can you take care of 12 people in the house by yourself, you know? So what she would do is then either if she buys fish this month, then it's just fish. If she buys chicken, it's just chicken. So I had to find like different ways to like sort of, you know, switch things up a little bit. So we don't always seem like we're eating chicken, even though we're eating chicken every single day. So I tried to like find ways to sort of recreate the chicken every single time. I didn't know what I was doing at the time, and they used to play this Chinese film on NBC like around 5, and every single time they would always like have different recipes. And I'm like, but if this guy can he's always using chicken breast for every single dish, but the dish is always different. So why can't I do it with our maspanger and with our braaipak? I can do it, you know? So I started like doing different things like with the braaipak. If it's we have the braaipak for the week, I know that I'm gonna be doing this, and I'm gonna be, so throughout the whole month, I would like try and, you know, if I don't fry it today, then the next day I will cook it like in the sauce, and the next day I'll try and cook it in the, you know, within the rice, almost like a fried. I didn't even know that there was such a thing called fried rice, but I was doing this. Like I have been on my fucking game since like way back when. Don't play with me. But yeah, so that's when it really started, because I know it's sort of, you know how they say there's always a silver lining at the end of the rainbow. You know, like it was a bad, I wouldn't say it's a bad time, but it was like we weren't exactly the richest, but I made the most of our situation. You know, like talent was created out of that sort of poverty, so to say. I love making traditional food. Those are like my favorite things to prepare, like a good bamboo chicken. Okay, free range chicken. People always say, don't say it's bamboo chicken, because we also got chicken in Katima. Okay, I see you, Simasiku. Damn girl, why are you so mad? But you know, but it's one of those like I love making free range chicken. I love making spinach. I love making beans, and also like it also just makes me feel closer to home. My grandmother and my mother. My mother's in the north, by the way, so it makes me feel closer to them whenever I prepare these dishes. So I don't feel so, you know, I don't miss them as much. I never, in the kitchen, I always have a cloth, like have a kitchen cloth, because you don't want to be, as a cook, it's gonna be messy everywhere, so you need a cloth, a clean cloth, by the way, to like be wiping your hands. I always have to have a scissor, a kitchen scissor, not just any scissor. Guys, please, like, you have kitchen scissors and then you have paper scissors. Know the difference. And then always have like a sharp chef knife. Guys, that will change your life. And a non-stick pan. You know, like people always say, you know, you're a great cook, but even great cooks need really good pots and pans. So a great non-stick pan will save your life or change your life forever, because trust me, you can't make an omelette in a hot pan for me. I think this is gonna sound wrong, but I think the pandemic has been the best thing that's happened to me in terms of my cooking. Everything else, not so much, but in terms of my cooking, the pandemic has been like the best thing that's happened to me ever, because I think now people, with the whole restrictions of people not being able to go out and dine at restaurants, they still want like really good food, and they can't get that. They can't go out to their favorite restaurants and get like their favorite meals. So they'll be like, you know what? I saw something on my Bunny's page. Let me go check it out. And they hit me up and they're like, Bunny, I want that because I want to be at home with my person or with my bestie, with my mom or whoever, and we want to dine indoors. So I've been getting a lot of calls in terms of those orders, so it's been really, 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 really good. So the pandemic has been really, really good for me in that regard. In other instances, not so much. I mean, and guys, I'm a scaredy cat. I'm a scaredy cat. One thing about me, like I'm a scaredy cat. So if once those I will wear my mask, I will sanitize, I will wash my hands, and it's almost a given because I'm a cook also. So it's one of those like you cannot. I'm also always conscious of. Now I don't want to put other people at risk because people are ordering food from me. So it's always right there at the top of my head, like, okay, you need to sanitize. You need to, whether I am in the shop, whether I'm at work, wherever I am, I can't afford to get sick and not know that I'm sick and then put another person in danger. So I always make sure that I have a mask on. I make sure that I'm sanitizing my hands. I make sure that I follow those health regulations religiously. Like, if it's one thing that I've learned in this pandemic is that you must be okay with not being in control. Like I remember like this year I had plans of finishing my honors degree, and I had plans of traveling and doing this and doing that, but all of these, if I look back, if I have to go back to my vision board, I'll be like, girl, what? No, we try again next year, Shem. Because and I've learned to be okay with things will not always go how you would like for them to go, and when they don't, you must be okay with it, and you must be able to say, okay, you know what? We try again next time. And if it doesn't work out, we try harder the next time. Eventually it will, because in any case, things always have to, like, things always go bad, or things are always bad before they get better. So and if you're an upcoming cook or somebody who enjoys cooking, just know that you're not gonna know everything about food or in the kitchen at once. It's a journey. It's a learning process. I'm still here. I'm like I don't always like. I would watch Jamie Oliver like an episode of Jamie Oliver, and I'll be like, I don't understand half the food lingo he's talking about, and that just shows that I still have a lot to learn. And just trust your instincts and go with what you like. Don't watch people making little gourmet dishes and you feel like that's a route you want to go. If you like making traditional food, make traditional food. And if you feel like you like you're more like of a soulful, like you're like a soul kind of cook, go with that. Like don't follow trends, It's just do what you love to do and do it because it makes you happy and it makes you full. Literally. Most of my work, or all my work, is mostly on Instagram. That's like where I mostly post everything. Facebook, not so much, but I would advise that you guys all follow me on Instagram, Miss Bunny 0, like the number 0, not the word. And yeah, and get more of like, just cook with me.